This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Alright, you know what? I think Krait should die for everything she's done. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a bonus episode of Shadowrun Hong Kong. Last time we played the game, we beat it, but I wanted to show the alternate ending, one of the alternate endings today, and find out what happens when you actually kill Krait. I mean, there's not much to it. I did turn down the difficulty a bit just to easy mode, just to deal with the spire tanks and everything like that. Yeah, technically I could probably find a way to get this on normal, but the thing is she's not that hard on normal. She's got a few extra dudes to help her. But it's the same as before, but I'm going to show you what it's like. Really easy mode just they don't do as much damage and they have a harder time hitting you, is what the difference is, and they don't have as much HP and stuff like that. So alright, so we're just going to go through the conversation as before. Let's see. Okay, so we're not even going to talk to her this time. We're just going to just to fight her. So I've been waiting a long time for this. Bring it. Or it's like, bring it. So let's show off how many dudes are here. Now, I actually got a glitch when I loaded up my file. For some reason, Key kept following me, even though her AI is supposed to be stuck back there. But for whatever reason, it's helping me. But the thing is, the AI doesn't actually do anything. It just buffs itself and runs back and forth. Yeah, this game's wonky, man. But anyway, if we fight Krait, actually fight Krait, we have to fight 3 shock troopers. Then we got a combat mage, and then there's Krait herself. She's got 200 HP. I think she has like 220 on harder mode or on normal mode or whatever, but she's still got a lot of HP. We've also got a combat mage here, and I've still got a working spider tank at this point in the game. So yeah, spider tank will still help, even with the Krait situation here. So hopefully Key screwing up doesn't mean I have to redo this whole thing. So again, but we'll find out, I guess. And yeah, I'm still stuck standing in the center here to take advantage of my being able to cast spells every turn. It's just too helpful, man. It's just too useful. I just missed a 99% chance, by the way, guys. Just to let you know, 99% missed. Okay. Just even on easy mode, man. That's crazy, man. Alright, can I buff? Some of your buffs will still be on from the previous level, so keep that in mind. So, yeah, we'll keep dual blurring myself, so it makes it a lot harder to hit. Even on this mode, there's still a chance, so. Alright, you guys are down. Even on normal mode, it wouldn't take me very long to take those guys out, just with my setup, so. But luckily for us, Isabel's over here, so she can kind of help with the damage a bit because she's a bit closer. So let's get some flank damage in. Hit the guys I can actually kind of hit instead of Alright, yeah, let's use our Spire Tank Laser on you. Could I finish him off if I did that again? Maybe. Because the spider laser has infinite ammo, so you can use it over and over and over again. It just won't be as strong as the minigun if you use that instead. And it does AP damage every time you hit with it, so why not? Let's see what Krait actually does. If she, does she? I was about to say most people will probably go after the spider tank, just because. Yeah, see, Key's just running around. It's kind of silly when you think about it. Yeah, this game should have used a bit more bug testing. I just love that ability to be able to basically fling. It acts like the AI is helping me, but it's really just the way that the ley lines work. Ah! Yeah, let's finish this guy off if we can. Why do I hit like 60% chances sometimes, but when I get 99%, it just doesn't want to do it? You know what I mean? No, either way. Yeah, we already killed all of our dudes. So, funny enough, even on the easy mode, I still had to use a platinum dock wagon by standing there, just because the odds and everything like that. But you know what they say: never tell me the odds. Let's see if we can finish her off. Unfortunately, the chance to hit her is a little bit lower there, so no. Don't have enough ammo. I mean, I could have used regular shots, but eh. Alright, let's see if we can finish her off. Unfortunately, the chance to hit her is a little bit lower there, so no. Don't have enough ammo. I mean, I could have used regular shots, but eh. Alright, let's see if we can finish her off. That'll work. Yeah, she's going down pretty easy. Now, if she brought like another spider tank with her to help her, then that might have been a bit more trouble. But in this case, since she doesn't bring another spider tank, the fight's a little bit easier. Yeah, there's Key running around. The only thing I'm worried about during this is hopefully that she either resets or whatever when I beat her, but I really doubt it. But I want to show off the fight with Krait anyway, and I can just read this again later. Yeah, and I'm flanking at this point, so... Yeah, this is what you get for killing Nightjar and the other dude, even though we didn't actually care about the Shadowrunners. But Duncan did care about the one lady. Carter, that's it. I was trying to remember her name for a second. I was like, because the last time I mean, yeah, you mentioned her a few times, but the last time was at the beginning of the game. You know what I mean? So, hopefully she stops moving around, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Let's pick up the key to get out of here. Now let's see if it'll actually let me open the door. Looks like it. I'm just waiting for it because of the way things are going that key will bug out or something like that. Okay. Let's see. Kylie Chang, but we'll answer her differently this time since we're playing this game a little bit differently. So, you're surprised. How did I do that? Yes, Auntie Chang. Then tell me, what are they doing? What is being stored in that warehouse? Weapons, vehicles, looks like everything needed to stock a medium-sized military base. Ah, I see. There's a long pause. Kindly looks down at her drink, a contemplative look on her face. Finally, she raises it and takes another sip, then sets it down on a nearby table. I know that Key has offered to restore your sin, make a calm call to Mitsuhama Corporate, and get your old life back. I have a counter-proposal for you. Of course you do, Auntie. I'd expect nothing less. Don't turn the warehouse over to anybody. Burn the fucker to the ground. You do this for me and you'll be set with the Yellow Lotus for life. Every privilege that you can imagine, every extravagance, every rare, expensive, however rare, expensive, it'll be yours for the asking. All for the price of some gasoline and a match. I'm surprised you don't want to claim the warehouse for yourself. She waves your suggestion away as if for a bad smell. Don't be daft. The warehouse and everything in it is Ares' property. If we were to claim it, how would we hold it? Further, how would it benefit the Yellow Lotus to declare war on one of the most powerful megacorps in the Sixth World? Besides all that, we couldn't get there in time. A response team is almost certainly en route, even as we speak. Destroying the warehouse is our most viable option. That's what I'd like you to do. Why burn it? Why not let Mitsuhama have the place? Turning the facility over to Mitsuhama won't stop Ares. It'll force their hand, push them into an attempt at an immediate takeover of the HKPF. The end result is likely to be a long and bloody. Mitsuhama will lose in the end anyway. If Ares Macro Technology is set on taking over Hong Kong police force, nothing will stop them. They'll have the resources to succeed in the end, no matter how desperate Mitsuhama attempts to resist. Why not? Oh yeah, I already asked her that last time when I played this game, so we can just say, I understand. Good, dear. I knew you would. The old woman inspects her glass again, dipping a pinky finger to tap at the ball of ice that floats in the center of the drink. It spins away from her finger. She closes her eyes with a sigh. One more thing, Auntie Chang. That jade collar that you sent us to retrieve, it got broken during transport. It's gone. Her eyes snap back open and her cheeks flush red with rage. Who broke it? Was it Key? Did that incompetent bitch drop my stone? In a manner of speaking, yes, she took it from me, and that made it her responsibility to protect it. She makes a visible effort to calm herself. Wiggles, dear, when you burn the warehouse, see to it that Key understands what it means to cross the Yellow Lotus, what it means to cost us money. Sure, if that's what you want. She raises her glass to the screen and her voice goes cold. You've heard my offer, Wiggles, and you know what I'm willing to pay. I pray that you make the right decision, for all of our sakes. Kylie Chang image flickers on your PDA screen, then winks out of existence. The call has been terminated. Alright. Oh, is she resetting back to her position? Hey, alright. The game isn't as broken as I thought. Hopefully, well, if it'll let me move. Okay, it's letting me move. Whew. Okay, cool. Wait, did she just leave? Oh, she just set herself here. So, alright. Key struggles to lift herself into a kneeling position as you approach. She looks up at you with red-rimmed, horribly bloodshot eyes. The veins in her temples are still throbbing, and you can see red crescents where nails have bitten in the palms of her hand. Wiggles, it's Krait. She's dead. She closes her eyes. Good. That's really good. Now reach into my pocket and grab the PDA. I have something to tell you, Key, and I don't think you're gonna like it. Her eyes narrow. What do you mean? When I was helpless, you tortured me, and now you're lying on the ground helpless. And well, you do the math. I see. What do you intend to do exactly? She closes her eyes, licks her lips. Think before you answer, Wiggles. You'll never get an offer like the one I'm about to making you again. You kill me and you never leave the shadows. Not for as long as you live. Michael, think about what you're doing. I want my life back, damn it. Except you could just stop me, Duncan, but because you have no agency as a player, as an NPC, I can do what I want. So. And we want this team to survive. I get where you come from, Duncan, but you're putting yourself ahead of the rest of us. That shit ain't right. Anyway. So, we will side with Kindly Chang and kill Key, because that's also an achievement. But we could let her live. I mean, but I just want to kill her just because. I'm burning this place to the ground with you in it. If you're lucky, the smoke will kill you before the fire does. But why would you? Her eyes go wide. She tries to struggle to her feet, but her arms shake like a newborn gazette's. You tortured me when I was helpless. Thought I'd return the favor. No, I won't let you. Her legs buckle and she crumples to the ground, her eyes rolling back. It looks like she's on the verge of blacking out. Leave her to burn. Goodbye, Senior Inspector Key. Yeah, it's kind of messed up letting her. I mean, because she's passed out, she probably dies from asphyxiation, so she probably doesn't suffer. That's the thing. So, but anyway, billowing clouds of smoke, choking. Well, hopefully she dies of asphyxiation before the fire gets her, but you never know. And how are they burning a warehouse? Isn't it made of metal and stuff like that? Wouldn't the metal have to be particularly, or the heat be particularly intense? Would just straight up gasoline do that? Yeah, whatever. Logistics. Billowing clouds of smoke, choking smoke fill the sky, stinging your eyes and clogging your nostrils. The fire that you set is doing its work nicely. Flames gout from the warehouse's windows, bathing you in the waves of nearby unbearable heat. That's really going up, huh? Her face glows yellow-orange in the flickering light. Auntie Chang should be pleased. Yeah, I'm sure she will be. His voice simmers with barely repressed rage. When you see the old bitch, tell her that I've tendered my resignation. Is there any space for us to discuss this? He stares at you incredulously. You just sacrificed the only chance I was ever gonna get to lead a normal life, Michael. Fuck no. There's no room for discussion. I'm done with you, permanently. If we don't go back as far as we do, I'd put a bullet in your fucking spine. Why didn't you do that before we killed Key? But anyway. So what are you gonna do? You should at least let us take you back to the Ben tank so you can get your stuff. I mean, it's all still on board the big Texas. He stares at her for a long moment, then nods. Yeah, all right. He points at you. But he doesn't fucking talk to me on the trip. Your comm link buzzes again. Captain Jomo's face winks onto the screen. There is still technically fallout if he's not in your group, but it comes about eventually. It's just while he's here at the time, that situation. So, ahoy, my friends! You are finished with the warehouse. That much is plain as day. Jomo can see the flames from where he stands. It is probably best that we get a move on. We don't want to be here when the owners of that warehouse come a-calling. You're probably right. Are you taking us back to the Ben tank? Yes, my friend, and for there directly into the big Texas. Kindly Chang has informed me that the big changes are afoot within her organization, and that we should prepare ourselves for a lengthy voyage aboard your fine ship. Jomo, the big Texas isn't seaworthy. She's like a Sev with a rudder. Not anymore. Utama's men have been working tirelessly to repair her in your absence. She hasn't ready to set sail yet, but soon enough she'll be perfectly capable of crossing the Pacific unaided. Crossing the Pacific? Jomo, where are we going? To the new home of the Lotus beautiful girl. His smile gleams. Come, now we must go. But trust Jomo, all will be made clear in time. How did they build a ship work on a ship within a day? Like I said, logistics, but it doesn't make sense. So, I guess the idea is maybe we were going on a side mission, so they worked on it before we went on the main plot. Oh, whatever. Epilogue. The fire-weathered warehouse burns at your back. The last of Ares and its legacy, soon to be nothing but a mound of embers. You return to Jomo and the drunken mistake. The pirate revs his engine and takes to the sea, howling wind blotting out all other sounds. Your mind is a blur, thoughts crashing through it like the mistake crashes through the waves. Senior Inspector Key is gone, her body left to burn in the warehouse. Your opportunity to flee back to your old life is gone, having died with Key, and Duncan is silent, deathly so. His words echo in the back of your mind, their anger leaving little room for reconciliation. The drunken mistake speeds away from the Taipo harbor, carrying you back towards the Bentang. If there's anything you gleaned from Kindly Chang, it's that you and your team have a long sea voyage ahead of you. The big Texas motors along, cutting through the choppy waves of the South China Sea. The coarse sound of Captain Jomo's voice echoes down from the wheelhouse. He's singing a crude Indonesian sea shanty, and in between verses he barks with laughter. Well, he seems to be enjoying himself. And as you can see, Duncan is not a part of the party there. Everyone else is. So that's the only problem with choosing the getting your sins back, that the only conversations you have is who is ever in your group at the time. So Raptor and Gaichu just kind of disappear from the epilogue if you don't bring him with you. So, well, hey, if the singing helps him pilot this wreck, I'm all for it. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's tonal. I can't understand the lyrics, but you can hear that he's happy. He sounds like a leopard seal with a sinus infection. Gaichu shakes his head. Sometimes this acute hearing of mine is a curse. 16 days of this will be challenging to endure. It would drive Duncan crazy if he was here. Gobbett snorts and shrugs languidly. I hear you, killer, but this is how it had to happen. This is the life that you chose for yourself. You're good at it, and you like it. Duncan doesn't. What do you expect him to do? Isabel shakes her head, sighing. Don't blame yourself, Wickles. You're cut out for this life, and he isn't. And the inverse is true. He had a noble life. You never did. What were you going to do? Go be a cook in a stuffer shack? Sell tasers at Weapon World? Yeah, I can't really see it. Look at the future, not the past. That's how you progress into a better position in life. So tell me, my friend, what do you intend to do when we arrive in Seattle? Yeah, for whatever reason, we're going back to Seattle despite everything. So it's like, what? So it's kind of crazy. It's like, well, Duncan just came with us. He could have went back to Seattle. Although, he's still sinless, so. Anyway. Let's see. I want to stop my old neighborhood in the Redmond and see how it is these days. Curious, you spent so long escaping from a place only to return at the first opportunity. This is a reaction that I do not truly understand. After that, we should definitely make contact with the Yellow Lotus members in Seattle. Once we have been introduced to them, we can start ensconcing ourselves into the Seattle underworld, and that in turn will lead to our safety. I don't know about either of you, but I got a plenty good feeling about this. What you think, killer? You ready to show us the sights of the UCS and get us in a whole set of new troubles? Because if you ask me, I think we're going to have an interesting life no matter where we wind up. Isabel walks over to the nearby table and grabs a bottle of Jomo's Baiju off of it. I'll drink to that, to the future, right, wherever it might be. She pulls the cork out with her teeth and takes a long drink. She tosses it to you when she's done. Let's see. To continue to having eyesight. Have you tasted that stuff? Probably a wise decision. It smells like kerosene and shoe leather. He grins. But enough of this. Our future looks bright, don't you think? We will prosper in Seattle just as we did in Hawaii, and it was past time for a change of scenery. As you settle in for another day on the long trip to Seattle, you feel a sense of calm wash over you. Joma's rough areas intermingle with the sounds of the wind and the waves, blending into white noise. It's a strangely comforting sound. At the aft end of the room, a wide porthole gives you a view of the open ocean. The sky outside is so brilliant as to be almost blinding. Squinting at the light, you let your eyes close. For now, at least, the horizon seems clear. Seattle feels strange after so much time away. It still feels like home, but it's curiously foreign at the same time. But with Kindly Chang and your crew at your side, you rapidly make it feel like you never left Hong Kong. Kindly introduces you to Zhang Li Quan, the Seattle Mountain Master of the Yellow Lotus, and through him you find both work and safety. With your help, the Yellow Lotus rapidly expands its influence in the Pulley-up Barrens. Business booms in 2058, when Don James the Hammer O'Malley is assassinated, kicking off a gangland war that affords the Yellow Lotus rapid gains of both influence and territory. Through your own skill and Kindly Chang's trademark ruthlessness, your team steadily carves out a large chunk of the Seattle Metroplex for the Triad. This expansion continues until the Renraku arcology inexplicably seals itself off from the outside world, trapping its 100,000 residents inside. The UCS military cordons the structure off, casting a pall over the Metroplex. In response, the Yellow Lotus wisely chooses to slow their expansion, the better to remain off the military's radar. The world turns, seasons change, and life moves on. In the following months, Ares Macro Technology takes over the contract for the HKPF from Mitsuhama. The Tolo Harbor complex is completed, and a new heavy militarized police force walks the streets of Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, the feud between the Red Dragon Association and the Yellow Lotus erupts into a full-scale gang war in the early 2060s. The Red Dragons prevail in the conflict, and the Hong Kong branch of the Yellow Lotus is completely annihilated. The Triad's traditions live on in the Seattle Metroplex under the stewardship of Zhang Li Quan and Kindly Chang. Duncan's fate is forever a mystery to you. If he lives, you never hear from him again. You and your team remain as tightly knit as ever. Together, you look to the future and the promise that still holds. The end. So yeah, all the endings really don't have like a really satisfaction, like, oh, everyone gets together and everyone works together again. It's either Duncan walks off or Isabel and Gobbet walk up, and yeah, even if you choose that ending, it still doesn't mention Ractor and Gaichu. It's like they were non-entities. Maybe it does if you bring it with them, but during the actual end scene, but I don't think it does if I recall. But yeah, that's the end for Shadowrun Hong Kong. If you decide to not so much kill Krait, because that's a byproduct no matter what happens, but if you decide to kill Key and let Kindly Chang basically let you destroy the warehouse. So yeah, that's the sinless ending. I forgot what the actual name of the achievement is you get for doing that. So there actually is another variation to the sin ending, but you have to get the worst ending in the game to get it, and I will show that off next time on the next episode of Shadowrun Hong Kong bonus content. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.